this Lil Braze tricky situation with the homosexual allegations and the police, I guess, blasting them, and not so much about them two particularly, but what are the what are the consequences, the ramifications, the backlash for these two guys, Lil Braze and Tricky, for this type of information being exposed about what they were doing in private?
I mean, when something like that come out, that's humiliating to that fraction, to that gang. You know what I'm saying? So shoot, should they get taken out or we ain't dealing with them like you not a part of this no more. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, let me stop you there and ask. This is not a Denver Lane thing,
No.
because I would suggest, and this might not, some people might not like what I'm about to say, but you can find this type of homosexual behavior probably in almost every set.
Unannounced or no, because it's no bandits and weirdos in every section, bro. And then it's people,
And then there's just homosexual people.
right, creeping and crawling.
In fact, I had an interesting interview with a homosexual that is known. He's not in the closet,
Mm-hmm.
from Rolling 40's Crip, but at the last minute he changed his mind. And I really wanted to do this interview because I wanted to show, like, this guy is not uncommon. Homosexuality exists in almost all segments of society, in the military, on the battlefield,
Police force.
in the police departments, and even amongst the Bloods and the Crips. I'm sorry to tell y'all, even amongst the Bloods and the Crips, there's homosexual activity. It could be the most gangsterous dude, you know? And unfortunately, I guess the stigma caused him to rethink doing the interview. Even though it was already known amongst his circle, he decided not to do it.
Yeah, but I can imagine the dude from 40s that was gonna agree to speak with you. That the 40 community came down on him because that's gonna make them look away.
But I don't think it does. If there's a member like these two dudes, they're from Denver Lane.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with Denver Lane. It has to do with them two, you
Right.
know, and that's the way it is. And unfortunately, what you had said, they might get taken out or they might be ostracized.
Mm-hmm.
But what if everything else about them is solid?
Well, what I learned coming up,
Mm-hmm.
like even in school, the dudes that was openly gay, they never got picked on. It was the dudes that act like they wasn't. The dudes that was openly gay, it'd be the one dude, and they got a group of females, 4 or 5, they hang out with every day, and nobody bothered them. It's the dudes that's acting like they not. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're talking about the ones that don't act feminine, because the ones that are open, they have a feminine way about carrying themselves, right?
If you gay, period, and everybody know it, and then you hang with these 4 girls, Brittany, Sandra, whatever, like no, the gay dudes never get, the ones that's like, they don't get bothered.
You're talking about the ones that are like, who's homeboy from the LA report card?
Dejan Paul.
Dejan Paul.
But guess what? This is what I want to know about Dejan Paul, because he went to Inglewood High School.
Yeah.
Did y'all know he was gay in high school? I don't know if people knew that.
But I could tell he's obviously gay.
I can't see, and I was able to tell. I don't know why people don't know. Jumper act surprised when he came out and said it.
Yeah, but see, the difference between someone like Dejan Paul and maybe a gang member is that it's not obvious that when you look at them, they're homosexual. There's some people that as soon as you talk to them, as soon as you converse with them, they're homosexual.
Right.
You don't even got to ask.
Right.
It's a stereotyping that we do, but sometimes that stereotyping is right on. It's right on.
So all right, so imagine if Dejan Paul was proclaiming he wasn't gay, and everybody is clear, like, boy, you know what I'm saying? You rainbow. It would be more of a thing, him getting like poked at.
Well, you know what? There are some dudes that have a feminine flair to them that are not gay. There are some, like, for example, I used to watch these old Tupac Shakur interviews. I used to see a lot of feminine gesturing. If you really study Tupac, he comes off with a feminine energy, but he's 100% heterosexual. There's nothing about him that was homosexual, but I used to see him in these interviews. And that's because he was raised with his mama. He had his auntie. He was around a lot of women. So there's a lot of black folks that are raised by single moms that have a lot of sisters, and all you see your whole life is women until you're, of age. And if you're around a lot of women, you're gonna pick up on their traits. That don't mean you gay. That don't mean you gay.
Yeah, the traits you older than me, so I think you seen more Tupac footage and videos than I did. But
Go watch the one when he was in high school, y'all. He gave one in high school, you know. And then go watch a couple like right before he died, and you'll still see some of the same mannerisms. Hey, I look at a person like Luther Vandross, R&B singer who died a few years back. When I was a kid, we used to listen to Luther Vandross, but as an adult, I'm looking at the dude, and it's clear, obvious that he was homosexual. He never admitted it. He never came out the closet, but Luther Vandross was a homosexual, just based off of
his
his mannerisms, the way he talked, and of course the rumors confirm it.
Okay. Oh, so there's rumors about it.
Yeah, as I became an adult, you would hear the rumors. All his boyfriends that he had, and then all his songs. Here's another thing.
Oh man, don't ruin people. Hey, so I listened to the Luther Vandross. Hold on, what is it?
Okay, you listen.
This world was mine.
That one.
It would mess with my imagination to know that song was written for a man.
Okay, check it out. There's a lot of artists like Hall & Oates from the 80s. They did love songs that you would think were ballads for women. But pay close attention to Luther Vandross's lyrics. There's nothing in his lyrics that is she, her, that are about a woman.
His pronouns is effed up, huh?
It's absent. It's unisex. It's universal. So of course, when I was a teenager when he came out. Of course, his songs were banging. Never too much, never too much. Down, 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 down. Boop, 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 boop. You're thinking he's singing about a girl, but then you study the lyrics. There's nothing about she, or her in the songs, and it was pretty obvious that he was homosexual, even though he never admitted it. He died without ever coming out the closet, and that's the thing about guys in gangs. Guys in gangs rarely ever will come out the closet. There's a few of them. That have. And there's that conversation in professional sports. How many professional athletes have come out?
One did.
One did.
I don't think he in the NFL no more.
Nah, because he wasn't a star.
Right.
That's what it was. And the problem is, if you come out, then what? You're going to lose your endorsements.
You got locker room problems at that point.
Yeah, you lose your endorsements, or, it might impact you negatively. But here's what I would say. Look what Kobe had to go through when he got accused of raping a woman.
Right.
Yeah, he lost everything. All his endorsements were lost, but it only lasted like a year. And maybe 2-3 years later, people forgot about it. He overcame.
He was proven not guilty, though.
Nah, the case was just dismissed.
I mean, it's small difference.
Yeah. But the allegation never goes away. And then, of course, the case was dropped because the witness didn't want to do it, and then he paid the witness off. There's all kind of things that happen behind the scenes with Kobe in that. And my point is that Kobe was able to overcome something that seemed like it would ruin your career. I think within 2-3 years, he got all his sponsors back. He got, no one talked about it. Same with Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods got caught with 16 girlfriends, and his wife went ballistic on him with a golf.
16 girlfriends.
Yeah, they counted 16 girlfriends that he had at the same time.
How you juggle 16 girlfriends?
I don't know.
You can hit 16 females, but 16 girlfriends is diabolical.
Yeah, I guess when you got that much money, you got them all put up. And his wife had to leave him. She had no choice. It was just too embarrassing. And of course, he made a comeback. He won another major tournament. He won one more. And I don't think people even talk about that anymore with Tiger Woods. So even if a gang member or someone came out, yeah, it'll be tough in the beginning.
No, it ain't going away, bro.
It ain't going away.
No, this is a different sport.
Yeah.
No.
But if you're not a snitch, if you're solid.
Bro, they alleged to have a graphic video nailing each other. That's not going away, bro. This not no rapping ish or no sport. You know what I mean? This is the gang culture. You know what I mean? Nah, and then what makes it worse, from the person you talking about that you was doing some documentation on that was openly gay, it wasn't no internet back then. You know what I mean? And so many people to pass judgment, comment column. These people are sending y'all show you typing and you could be from LA and they talking ish in New York and from Jersey. Like, no. Once you do that, your career is ruined.
Well, I think that we always say someone's career is ruined and somehow they bounce back. Look at I'll give you a great example. Who's the actor that played Iron Man?
I don't watch Marvel movies, so I wouldn't know.
Robert Downey Jr. Now, Robert Downey Jr. was basically a crackhead, drug addict. I mean, he was almost everything in the book. He ended up going to the county jail. They ended up sentencing him to prison, and this was after he had became a star in his 20s and 30s. If you go back and look at the coverage of Robert Downey Jr. when he was catching these cases and getting sent to the pen, his career is over, ladies and gentlemen. This guy will never be a star again. He will never even be in a movie.
Drugs land the troubled actor in prison. 1996, the actor violated his probation when he fled from a detox center. His rehab stemming from several drug and weapons arrests, but a judge sent him back. A year later, he skipped a court-ordered drug test and spent the next 4 months in the LA County Jail. 1999, Downey skipped another drug test and was sent back to rehab. But this time, a judge gave Downey hard time, state prison for nearly 1 year.
Okay, I believe that concludes proceedings.
This guy defied all of the odds. And then Iron Man came after they said his career was over. And he ended up becoming the highest paid actor in Hollywood.
Well, so what you saying? Think drug use and going to jail go in your career?
Well, his career wasn't ended. It's like how about Jussie Smollett? You know the dude that was on that show? The Jussie Smollett dude is the one that faked a hate crime. A black actor that was on what was the show he was on? He faked a hate crime and said they put a noose around his neck when he was in Chicago. He had the police come out and he said he got attacked by some MAGA people, and it turned out he made up the whole thing. He made up the whole thing. So they're saying now, this is current. This is like more current. They're saying his career is over. But I'm here to tell you, I bet you Jussie Smollett, and it'll take some time, but he'll come back and be able to continue his career. So I don't think, what I'm saying is,
listen,
I don't think a gang member's career is ended.
we talking about actors and athletes.
Yeah.
And we talking about gangbangers. When you go to these hood days, these blood picnics or these Crip meetings and gatherings, don't nobody want to stand next to you or even pass the Hennessy bottle to you. We don't know where your mouth been, bro. Like, it's not even cool to pose in the picture with you no more because you was doing ungodly things with the same sex. You know what I'm saying? So it hit different with athletes, the celebrities, and then you go into the gangbang thing.
Okay, but there have been, over the years, known homosexuals, known booty bandits that have been able to still function and still be from their hood, still go to jail and still come back on the streets and still be respected.
And those the tough guys.
Yeah.
Those are tough guys, and people already know, like, man, shit. When everybody else leave. You don't want to be the last person around them. You know what I mean? Like one of those. You know what I'm saying? More likely he taking it.
And
we not talking about people that's making love with each other.
And some of these guys go back to the 70s. This is not a new thing. This has been around for decades. So I think that, I don't know what's going to happen to these two brothers, but first, my issue with this is, why is the LAPD even blasting their personal life? There should be a lawsuit. These two guys have a lawsuit against the LAPD.
Get your money, but I ain't mad at LAPD, but get your money.
You not mad at them for blasting these dudes?
Not at all.
And here's another thing. You don't think nobody from the lanes knew about these two dudes?
No, look. Scratch if they know about it. But the police pulled up and showed some individuals. A content creator aired it out. He'd have to, the police didn't tell this man to put this on the internet.
But the police already know that's what's going to happen.
No, I mean, you can't hop in the police mind. Like maybe thinking they was gonna get disciplined or touched in jail. But who told this person to go to the internet with it? You know what I'm saying? So like that lawsuit will fall short. And they could deny all charges.
Yeah, but the police don't have any business spreading that type of information
I don't think the police was wrong.
on the street. No, I mean it's good. I guess if you want to know, you want to know. But I don't. I think it's unethical. I bet you it's a violation of some of the policy within the LAPD to blast someone's personal sexual, history.
Well, if that came out that man's cell phone, that cell phone was entered into evidence. So y'all had to send that video out of cell phone to your own phone. You know what I'm saying? So it is some law being broken. So yeah.
If it became part of a case, then anybody could just request it and get it. But if it got requested, a lot of it would be redacted.
That ain't about that they little activity ain't a part of no case though.
Yeah. Well, I don't think anything should happen to these two brothers.
As far as what? Action is as far as a community taking action on them?
Yeah.
Some absolutely supposed to happen.
I think because here's the problem. Every gang's got these. Is it a
Man, that's like they keep it, bro. 3 wrongs don't make a right. Like they like somebody would tell like, well, so did it. So did, man. Okay, man. What do that mean? That don't make it right. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm talking about not right or wrong, but this is a practice that exists everywhere
But it's not accepted.
in society.
But it's not accepted. It's not supposed to be going on. So it should be a consequence for that.
Maybe they just get put off the set, and that's it. You just get put off the set.
I don't know. That's a different lane issue.
But if they're tough guys, like you said, hey,
I didn't say those tough guys.
no, I didn't say you said
Oh.
these are tough. No, with the example that I brought up before, guys from the 70s and 80s still walking around the hood and well respected. You said, well, those are tough guys.
Man, those the ones that be like, shut up. If I knock you out and go up in you.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We talking about these ones that's getting exposed and y'all making love. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the tough guy at some point was doing the same exact thing that's on this video.
So if you point out the tough guy, like, like,
Look, the tough guy is doing the same exact act as Lil Brazy and Tricky did, but he just tough, and he gonna knock you out.
I guess the moral of this story is living your truth. Living your truth, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
And I can tell you that homosexuality amongst gangs is the least researched and the least known thing, but it happens, and I don't want to leave the Latino gangs out. This exists within their hoods too. It's within the Latino community as well. This is not just a blood and Crip thing. This is also a Southsider Sureño thing as well, but nobody wants to talk about it.
I mean, it happens in anything you involved with. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Dwight Howard? Remember him?
Yeah.
Dwight Howard is a weirdo, but I mean, if you flamingo with a family and you get caught, the sheets get pulled off you. You no longer part of this organization anymore.
Well, shout out to these two brothers.
Why you shouting them out?
Because I don't want nothing to happen to these guys because the police exposed them.
Well, bow out. Bow out. Say, I'll just walk away. Don't worry about it. I ain't gonna even come back, bro. I'm gonna keep so and so out my mouth, bro. I ain't with it no more.
I wonder if they are tough guys. I don't know these guys at all, but
I ain't gonna even get no personal input. I'm just gonna speak on it as a, a general context, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
The last thing I'll say on this, if any of you historians that are interested in Los Angeles gang history, you dig deep into this history starting back in the late 60s, early 70s, you're going to find a lot of stories about homosexuality. Many of these stories I've heard of. I know the players, the participants. Many of them, majority of them were living in the closet, But it's not. And here's another interesting thing. Los Angeles had 3 black gay clubs in the 1960s. One, where the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles at on the east side where P&B Rock got killed.
Right.
That was a gay club in the 60s, right in that strip mall. There was one in the Low Bottoms on Central Avenue in the 40s. That one was called Buckets of Blood because they always used to get into fights there. And then where Black Diamonds is at on the gym on Crenshaw. I think I think it's in the 50s.
Is it still there?
I'm not sure, but where Black Diamonds is at,
I know you're talking about.
that was a gay club in the 60s. So I was shocked to learn of these gay clubs, black gay clubs in the 60s. And then, of course, they all closed down and everybody moved over to There was one on Pico and Crenshaw called Catch One.
Hey man, they gonna be on you for knowing where all these gay clubs at, bro.
Well, I could tell you this. I was doing research on a well-known gangster.
I know you talking about.
Yeah, I was doing research.
So he was hitting all these clubs.
He was hitting all these clubs. That's the only reason why I know it, because I was writing a book. I was doing research on one of Los Angeles' most notorious gangsters, and he was homosexual. So in my interview, I did countless audio interviews with him to get his story, and the stuff that I learned that was going on in Los Angeles in the '60s. His era was the '60s, pre-Crip, pre-Blood.
They go guess it.
And I was just surprised to learn all this history, you know. So, it doesn't end in the '60s. It goes into the '70s, all the way to our current time. So, yeah, I got a lot of information on it, but I'm right now I don't want to start, blasting people.